Let's see if we can have you, Reverend Hayes and Brother Coure, to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of your experiences and what really brought you to us this morning. Let's start with you, Reverend Hayes, and then we'll continue with you, Brother Coure.
Thank you. One of the things that I've been attended Tennessee State University after graduating from the Great Pearl High School. Attended Vanderbilt Divinity School and Gammon Theological Seminary, where I obtained a Master's of Divinity degree. I also been a youth coach from the time I was like 18 years old. For many years, I coached Little League baseball. We won a lot of ball games. I also coached Little League football, and I coached the basketball team. Youth at that time at Gordon Memorial Church. So I've been in coaching for a long time as far as youth was concerned. So I've been able to put back a little bit with a lot of youth.
And so you're very familiar with some of the problems that we are talking about and some of the challenges that we have to face dealing with young people. Is that what we're saying?
It is, because back when I was coaching, it was a little bit different. You could, you know, be a little bit tougher on kids. Nowadays, it's more challenging because everything is kind of up in the air. Kids are not getting the same motivation and instructions that they used to get. And so now we have to kind of take a step back and go back and try to make sure that we are giving our youth opportunities to succeed in life.
And Brother Coure, let's look at your background, your education, some of your experiences doing this particular segment.
Well, Reverend Haney, I want to thank you for having me here today. My name is Richard Coure. I'm a native Nashvilleian. I attended the public high schools here in Nashville. Went on to get my undergraduate degree from Fisk University. Did graduate study at Tennessee State. Former teacher for 40 years at Metro Public High Schools. Was head football coach at East High School, head football coach at White Creek High School, and I coached various other sports. And I'm very concerned about our youth today, and so that's why I'm especially happy to be here to talk about some of the issues that's happening in our community. Okay, I'm married, have one son, and 2 lovely grandkids, and both of those kids attend Gower Elementary School.
Very good. You know, Brother Hayes, I think that when we talk about the activities that the two of you have been involved in, these are activities that bring you almost in intimate contact with young people. You see, not only African American youth, but young people in general, especially talking about coaching young people, and et cetera. And so I think that within that context, we should have quite a bit of information in terms of what are some of the issues that these young people face today, and how we might be able to deal with some of these issues. Because I think that being a football coach, a baseball coach, and Brother Richard Coure, you've been all kind of coaches for many years. And I think that you bring just a wealth of information and knowledge in terms of how to deal with these young people, what we call African American youth. But I think that we all understand that all youth essentially are the same. And the only reason we're talking about African American youth is simply because it appears that we have so many problems dealing with our young people. You know, you turn on the television set every morning to get the news, and you find that there's killing and et cetera. And so that's what we're trying to do today.
Well, you know, there's various factors that fall into that situation where our youth is heading today, and maybe we can talk about some of those topics and help improve the young men in our communities.
Very good. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our first commercial break, and then we come back with an 8-minute segment. And that will give us an opportunity to look down deep into some of the challenges that you have. I mean, some of the experiences that you've had on the playing field, in school, and et cetera, and perhaps use that as an example of how we might be able to sort of broadcast this information, knowing that nothing that we're going to say here is new.
Right.
We've all heard this before and et cetera, but nevertheless, we appreciate hearing it again. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. At 8 minutes, and we'll come back, and we're going to start with you, Brother Coure.
Okay.
And the purpose here is to talk about them.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you do with them over at East?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the,
Right.
Yeah, you know the challenges.
Right.
I don't have to tell you what you have to deal with. You see, and so and so then after he speaks for 2 or 3 minutes in reference to it, then Brother Hayes, you come back, and then we'll go back and let each of sort of feed off one another, and then we'll move toward that last segment, and then we'll talk about young gentlemen and et cetera. So I think that's a good way to deal with that. But basically, you know what to say about it. You know, some of the things that we have to do in order to encourage them and whatever. I think that's if we can start encouraging them to go do right and go right, and et cetera, I think that's a good start. And so this will be a 8-minute segment here.
Seconds. Stand by.
Thank you, and welcome back to the second segment of the show for today. We're talking to Reverend Daniel Hayes and Brother Richard Coure from John Wesley United Methodist Church, we might add, because I think that both of you play significant roles in terms of your church experiences dealing with these youth and their aspirations and et cetera. And so what we'd like